and John Lynch is willing, as he said, to work with Deebo and his team to try to resolve whatever issues it is because he wants to keep the talented player. So it's something, it could be the homesick thing. It could be a number of things outside of money that is making Deebo Samuel look to another place. I mean, homesick for me, if you're a rookie, second-year player, I could buy into that. Really, I could. But when you getting into that third and fourth year, at that point, man, you're a real grown-ass man. You're away from college. Now, at this time, you're not near your home. I just, 4 years, going on 4 years in the league, to be homesick, that's a stretch.
Yeah, the homesick stuff, I'm not buying that, man. I mean, that doesn't – when somebody gives you the kind of contract that this dude is going to get, I'm going to make my home – I'm going to make my home
on the moon, wherever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wherever you want me to make my home, I'll make my home right here. This to me feels like a power play where it's almost like I want you to acknowledge what my worth is. And I think the more that guys like John Lynch, and tell me if I'm wrong, Key, the more that guys like John Lynch publicly display what that is for Deebo, I think then you can start finding a little bit more middle ground. Right?
Well, the public affection is always going to be there with a talented player. I think Deebo.
Not always.
Well, I mean, when you're dealing with John Lynch, it is.
Okay.
John is not a disrespectful general manager. He's a straight shooter, just like he was as a player. And I think when you look at it, they're willing to pay him. Now, what that is they're willing to pay him, I don't know, because Deebo Samuel is not telling anyone anything. He's kind of like not saying nothing. And so when you don't say anything, all people can do is assume certain things. And my assumption would be that they're looking to pay him maybe not as much money as he wants if it's about money. Otherwise, it's about something else, and that something else is he wants to leave San Francisco and go be happy closer to home.
Now, this is why I get cynical, not only because, you work your whole life. You're one of the greatest athletes who ever lived. You work your whole life, dedicate to your craft to have this tiny little window to make all your dough, right? So I'm always thinking, once you get to the point where it's time to get paid, show me the money. But in Deebo's case, too, Key, because he's kind of a hybrid back receiver, my mind automatically goes to he wants top wideout money, and they want to give him some other kind of dough, right? So John Lynch can say anything he wants publicly, but if another team's willing to come up over 70 guaranteed, which is what these guys seem to be getting now, then the actual way that he is valued is different elsewhere, right? But yeah, I agree. There is something here that doesn't exactly fit into that box.
He is a sort of kind of hybrid player, but he did have 1,400 yards receiving.
Yep.
So, that 1,400 yards receiving. There's only person I can think of that did some of the same things as him is like Roger Craig, maybe Marcus Allen, Marshall Faulk. That's where you value Deebo Samuel. 1,400 yards receiving, another 365 yards on the ground with 77 catches in the air, and his rush attempt is at a 6.2 clip, and he scored 14 total touchdowns. So when you think about it, that weapon can be used for somebody else, but they got to know how to use him. If he gets traded, let's say for instance, I mentioned the New York Jets. The New York Jets have the 10th pick in the draft. Give up the 10th pick, give up something else, be willing to pay $80 million, but the Jets got to know what to do. Mike LaFleur, he needs to know what to do with a guy like Deebo Samuel. Don't trade for him and then don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, exactly.
I see that all the time. Like, hey, man,
colossal mistake.
I got this player. Well,
so I want to be clear.
But is he going to be in the booth, Key? Is he going to be down on the field?
Well, you told me it wasn't that. You told me last year, Evan, it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't that big of a deal. He went upstairs. I'm like, yeah, okay.
No, the bigger deal was that Zach Wilson needed his guy on the sideline. I don't think the coach needing to go to the booth is a big deal if that's an easier way to call the game. I'm just asking, will he know how to use Deebo if he's the OC on the field, or will he need to go to the booth to know how to use Deebo?
The interesting thing is when you're on the sideline to start the season and then all of a sudden you go upstairs, that tells me you don't know what the hell you're doing. Because you got to go upstairs to call a game because you couldn't do it from the sideline, so you're trying to figure out anything possible.
Nice try to turn this into a Jets talk, Evan. But Evan's a big Jets fan. But, Key, I want to get back to something because the other day you seemed to be telling me or thinking that Deebo cannot be valued like a top receiver because he's different what he does. He's not going to win his matchup the same way that a top receiver is.
And that's true. That's why you got to know what to do with him. If you don't know what to do with him, then you're wasting the player.
The things that he can do. Yeah.
If he goes to a team where an offensive coordinator doesn't have an imagination like Kyle Shanahan, he's just going to be a guy.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.